So this is our first virtual mechanics and maintenance. We may experience some technical difficulties, so please bear with us, poke fun, do whatever you want to do. Okay, we've got Malcolm Strawn is in the chat moderating. The presenters are mic'd, and that microphone audio is going into the Slack invitation or the Slack meeting. And then everything is being recorded. So we can share it later and we'll see how it goes. The goal here is to create like a masterclass. This will end up being like a 9-part series where we take this S54 from an E46 M3 and build it into something pretty incredible. And I'm gonna let Igor Kost shed some better light on that. I wanted to thank Igor Denisov because this whole thing was sort of his doing. His project management skills here. And between him and the Igor Kost, we got everything sorted out. Now, I guess without further ado, I'm going to try and get us started. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Okay, mine's on. Can you guys hear me? Volume's good?
Yep.
Okay. So
yep.
we actually, me and Igor, we went and we bought 2 engines from Ottawa, and this is one of the engines that is unknown. So we have no idea how many kilometers it has. We don't know what it came out of. We know it's been sitting for like 11 years in somebody's garage. So we kind of took a risk by buying it. We don't, maybe it's got bent valves, maybe it's got spun rod bearings. We have no idea. So we're gonna slowly start taking it apart and we're gonna find out what's wrong with it, or hopefully what's not wrong with it. And yeah, and then we're gonna eventually, once it's all apart, we plan to take the block, have it decked, have the cylinders go 1 over for the next size piston, which would be like 0.5 over. Get some Carrillo pistons in it, 12-to-1 ratio. We're gonna port the head, the exhaust on it, gasket match, and we're gonna port the inner fin. And get some cams in it, maybe some different valve springs. And we haven't decided, we'll either put it into an E46 M3, maybe a E46 4-door. We'll see how it goes. So let's start taking this apart. We're gonna start with the to deck a block means to resurface the top of the block where the head gasket goes. So yeah, we actually have to resurface the head and the block so the mating surface is perfect. So we don't have any sort of leaks for the head gasket, and no coolant leaks, no compression leaks. So my helper here is gonna help me start taking it apart. So let's start with the coils.
Teach me like I have no idea.
You just go like that. Actually, if you want to grab the drill, yeah, grab gloves. Yeah. We'll get a what is this, 6-8 mil?
Sound you don't want to hear at the doctor's office.
Get the gloves. All right. So just put everything you take off, put it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, just start popping off the coils. You don't need that anymore. You just kind of go like that and it comes out. So you can do that with all of them. And I will get a 13. Okay.
Gotcha. You have to tell me what I'm tagging because I have no idea. So.
It's from here, yeah. And I'm gonna take this off. Yep. And we can move that out of the way. Put it in the bottom of the. Okay, and then now we gotta pull the coils out. So pretty much that's kind of hard. So what you gotta do, you gotta put that in there and pull. There you go.
It's a satisfying sound.
Um,
You got the last one there.
16, 17. Okay, and oh, that one, yeah, that one's kind of in there, eh? We need a screwdriver or a pry bar.
Can we stand on this side? What works better? What's that? Okay. Cool.
Oh man, I don't know how that's gonna come out. That's something else. Spin?
Spins, man.
Try that in your car. Maybe it works better than yours. So this is the oil drain from the head. This is PCV. It's a banjo bolt. Gonna take that out.
Do these have to be in a specific orientation, or they just work?
Oh, they just work. Take off the oil line. So we need to clear the block. This, we're not gonna use this oil line anyways because BMW made a improved version. It's actually all braided. This is kind of the early one, so we're gonna toss that. Okay, so let's go to the valve cover here. Let's take out all of these.
Nice.
Yeah.
Neat fingers.
So with these, we gotta make sure we don't lose these washers because they're very expensive. They're not regular washers. So where's the Ziploc bags?
Over there.
Oh yeah, there we go. So we'll put all this. These are gonna go all in here. This is all valve cover stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all these. It's actually all valve cover related. And let's take these out. These look very clean. It looks like they haven't even leaked. And these are Bruce, which are genuine BMW. And they're not that hard yet, but we're gonna toss all of these because we're gonna replace them with new ones anyways. You missed these, so get,
Oh, there's more.
get the drill. Yeah, there's more.
Anything specific with these?
No, just put them in the bag with the rubbers. These go to the garbage. Okay, that's that. And now we're gonna label that. Now the valve cover comes off. And it's pretty clean. It's not too bad, huh? This is better than my black car. Yeah, this is actually not too bad. Yeah, so the valve cover will go here. Yeah, the gaskets can go to the garbage. Just to check out the cams. So we're looking for any damage or scoring. And the cams look pretty good. This, to me, like visually, out of my experience, like I've seen quite a few of these, this looks like for sure under 100,000 kilometers. 100, around 100,000. I mean, it's pretty clean, yeah. Yeah. So now let's take that. It's still very soft. I feel like it could be reused. Serious, because we have a new one. I know we already bought a new one, but like, and it is no date. I kind of don't want to toss it, but I think I should. And then we'll take out, we'll take out the Vanos right now, the upper chain tensioner, and then we'll go to the cams. Not really, no. No. It's got rocker arms, not hydraulic lifters, so. This is gonna come out. Can you get another bag going for Vanos? Oh, fuck. I'm guessing $5 each. How much were the shims? $5 each? Yeah, around $5 each for each little valve adjustment shim. Yeah. Okay, now we are gonna take the Vanos off. So I have to get a rubber mallet and I have to get a wrench for cams.
For someone that doesn't know, is Vanos like BMW's VTEC?
Yeah, it's kind of like, except VTEC is for high RPMs, the Vanos is for low RPMs. Because these things have so little torque, they had to put Vanos on it to retard the timing, so you have low end torque.
Gotcha. So does it switch between?
It's got
these
both.
two modes?
So it'll advance one cam or the other cam, or retard one cam or the other cam.
Okay.
The lift is always the same. Yeah, lift is the same. Yeah, it's just it changes duration.
Okay. Yeah, allows more in, right? More in, more out.
So put that on, and this will free up the Vanos. And then there we go. This piece, I think it comes all together with the solenoid from BMW. I'm not sure, but I think it's probably like $3 grand, maybe 4. Yeah,
Jeez, just for
because we bought this whole engine for 0 actually. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's take that off. You didn't get did you put the wrenches here or no? No. Okay, I'll get the 7 mil and a 10 mil wrench. So these are this blind shafts. They're connected to the Vanos pistons, and it's reverse thread. So you have to, you know, kind of like tighten it to loosen it. Ideally, if I was doing this to an engine that's in the car, I would first lock the crank at top dead center, make sure my cylinder 1 is at top dead center, and then lock the cams and then start unscrewing this. But because we're gonna rebuild the engine, we're not gonna do that. There goes the gasket.
Keeping that, or is that
No,
garbage?
that's garbage. It's actually torqued pretty light. Oil pressure on the oil pressure on the mechanical side, and it's got the electrical solenoid on the bottom.
So it's hydraulic and electric.
Yes, hydraulic and electric. Yeah. One's out, so can you hold that for me? Because it's gonna fall off. Yep, that's it. I mean, was I gonna? Let's check this is the Vanos disc. Pretty much what happens to these holes is they get larger from the play, and this washer spins too. Huh, weird. It says A. Yours says A or B? A. So this means this is a later engine. Not necessarily, right? Okay. Yeah. These they look okay. I mean, it's got some wear, but it's not terrible. That goes in here if it fits. So, and then this is where you want to pay attention. These are the exhaust hub tabs. They go in that disc in those holes, and these usually crack or break off, and then you lose Vanos pressure. So we have over here we have no issues. It's good. Yeah, and then it falls down into the chain, into the case, and you might hear noises. Okay, we don't need these anymore. Next, we're gonna undo the main chain tensioner. Then we're gonna undo the upper chain tensioner. For that, I need a 32 mil. had to buy this specifically for two things: fan clutch and chain tensioner. This chain tensioner actually looks really good. It's still got some zinc coating on it too. There might be oil, yeah. Nope. Guess it's been sitting for so long. Spring is still okay. Yeah, that can go in there actually. Yeah. And the washer is not here. And then now we're gonna take off the Vanos hubs.
Looks pretty good for a free engine.
This is the bolt that holds the upper chain tensioner. The O-ring here. It's not here. No, it's, oh, it's here. Yeah, it's on this, it's on the head. It's aluminum. Yeah, it's right here. So that we need. These actually are very weak. I've seen those break at the track. Oh yeah, these break right here. And you start hearing noise and the chain starts flapping. I actually had to make a few of these. I have a guy in Montreal who makes these out of forged steel, and it's hardened, and then he cryo treats it. So usually for track use, we get these made, custom made ones, and then the threads, it's actually thicker, so we retap the head for thicker threads too. Yeah, cool upgrade.
Question from D. How do we get this engine for free?
How do you get it for free? You either need connections or you just have to be very lucky.
So how do we get it for free?
Oh, we got it. So what happened is we bought 2 engines and a transmission. We bought one complete engine, and the guy gave this one kind of as a package deal. So we paid, we paid $6,000 for one engine, and he gave us one as a parts engine.
Cool.
Yeah, I wish it was always like that. Get the second one free. Okay. And so, yeah, now we need a new bag. So we're gonna start from the intake. You can't tell, but I mean, there's dates. That's actually 2006. Yeah, 2006. But this is from E46 M3, so I don't think we're gonna have the new bolts. Yeah, I think only the Z4Ms came 06 past November. And this comes out with the shaft. Yeah, so we got the older style bolts. They're Allen, they're not Torx. And yeah, we're gonna replace them with the updated ones. Yeah. So what happens with these, over time, they get loose, they start coming out, and the sprockets get loose. So you have to replace them with the updated ones, and you got to use Loctite. Here comes the exhaust hub. So inside here, there's like a spring washer. It's for Vanos return, and this is just another washer that goes over it. Yep, let's hold that here. So now we can remove the sprockets. These are actually, I hate removing these. They never come apart. You had to remove yours to replace the tensioner, no? The lower one. Okay. Yeah, they're the same, so. Okay, and now the chain stays here, and now we're gonna remove. Actually, we don't need to remove this now. We're gonna do that later. We're gonna start removing the cams now. The chain can go down. This guide. Let's check it out. Let's see the guide. So look, so this guide, it's worn. This actually breaks off. So I always replace these. This sits on another guide like that, and this part falls off. This one's actually not too bad. I have two that are worse than this. We threw them out. Yeah, I think we did. Actually, this goes in the garbage. We're gonna replace this anyways. No, we'll keep it.
You're replacing with something other than plastic?
There is an updated version that a company makes in the States. You can buy that, replace it. It's more expensive, probably double the price, right?
Yeah.
85 US. And the stock one is 65 bucks Canadian. Yeah.
Don't have to worry.
So yeah, apparently you can buy one, an upgraded one that's got lifetime warranty. I mean, it's a piece of plastic. What can happen to it, really? But it's solid instead of empty. It's solid. Yeah. So with the cams, they are loaded. So the way you take out cams, you have to start from the outside. So you go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and you move towards the inside. When you install it, you go the opposite. You start from the inside and you move to the outside. These are 11 millimeters and nuts, and these are torqued to 14 Newton meters or 14 foot-pounds. I think 14 Newton meters.
New bag or?
Yeah, so we'll put those in there. Actually, we have to take off the front brace first. I forgot about that because it's actually bolted to the head, not only from the top, but it's actually bolted from the side too. And these are in the way, so I do have to take off the hubs. These are all tight. None of them are loose. These actually look very good. They look pretty good. No stretch marks. So that comes off. This thing we can take out as well, but we're gonna leave it in. Put that in there. These go in the garbage. Number 2. They're the same, so you can't, you can't mix match them. These we're gonna throw out. I'm gonna mark the cams because BMW actually didn't mark which one's intake, which one's exhaust. So when you're putting these back, the only way to tell which cam is intake, which cam is exhaust, obviously for me, I know because I've done so many, is that on the exhaust cam, the camshaft trigger wheel has a bigger gap than the intake cam. So the intake cam actually doesn't have such a big gap here for readings. So that's one way to tell, but I'm gonna mark it anyways, because who knows, maybe somebody else is gonna be putting this engine together. We're not gonna keep the cams, but in terms like, if we ever wanna sell the cams, we wanna make it easier for the next guy, with the install. So we need, we need the marker. We have one here. Yeah, okay, so if you want, you can mark the cams, but we gotta wipe the oil off first. So the marker sticks, so you just mark it over here. I like marking it in 2 spots because my wear, so you wanna mark that intake with the letter I. Yeah, and then same thing there. This one is exhaust with the letter E. Yeah, so in German, it's actually, exhaust is actually A. It's Auspuff, and intake would be a letter E. I think it's something like ein something, I forgot. Yeah. So that's marked, so we can continue taking off the front plate. This comes with the head. You can't use this from another head because this is line board with the head. It's the size. Okay. That's out. So we can put that in there, yeah, with the cams. Now we can take off the top. Oh, that's on here. The screwdriver. The first journal. There it is. Einlass. Yeah, get a new bag for these.
These?
Yeah, yeah, these are going to be the Camshaft Journals. So let's keep going. We'll get the 11 mil back on. So we got, yeah, 1. The journals are all marked. So you got here starting from pretty much, this is 1, the bridge is 1, and then starts from 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing with the intake. So you're not gonna mix them up. You don't have to mark them. These I gave you.
Oh, that's the other ones.
Yeah, but we should probably put them in here if you can still get them out. You probably can. You know what? It's okay. Let's put them in this one. I know where they come from. So
Sure.
yeah.
Microphone right here for
When it breaks loose. You take mine.
Go. This cam is out. So we're gonna take these out, check them for scoring, and they are very smooth. So this engine did not lose oil pressure at any point of its life. Actually looks very good. So I feel like we have a good starting engine for this kind of project. And we can remove the cam. Comes out nice and smooth. It's not stuck anywhere. That's our intake cam. Box. And then now the exhaust cam is gonna come out. The last 4 nuts, I usually unscrew them across. Like that. Yep, that's out. Nice and easy. Now the exhaust journals. Okay, so what we have here, these are the springs that hold the rocker arms from moving side to side. We're gonna take them out. They just pop out like that. And the exhaust ones, they're all the same. You can't mix them up. Okay, so the Volkswagen engine had the hydraulic lifters, which are pretty much working on oil pressure. This car has rocker arms, which is better for high revving. because you won't have valve float. Most of the older racing engines use rocker arms, and this engine has got valve shims. So the valve shims are in there. They're inside the upper, what do you call that? I forgot. The retainer. Yeah, they're inside the retainer. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, one's missing. Yep.
Fell out when we took the motor from.
Yeah. Why though? Weird. Yeah, actually, one did fall out. Yeah, all of them are in, but one's missing. It's so weird. Actually, two is missing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so these we're not gonna throw them out because they're useful for valve adjustments for future, unless they're very small already, but we don't know that. We have to measure them. Go in there. So after we're done this, we're gonna take the cylinder head to a machine shop. The machine shop is gonna take it apart. He's gonna change the valve guides. He's gonna do a 5-angle valve job. He's gonna put in the valve train that we want, and he's gonna port the exhaust side. Okay, so that's done. The only thing that's left to take out is this, which I already loosened it, so it should come out easily. There we go. That's the bridge. And now we have access to all the cylinder head bolts. There's one more left that I have to take out, is the chain tensioner one. Pardon? ITBs are gonna come off now, yeah. This thing always leaks oil. There's actually a copper washer here, and it gets loose all the time. I've actually had to tighten this at the track a few times for guys. There's a water pump here normally, so it's hard to reach, but it's doable with a wrench. So I suggest replacing this copper washer here as a part of maintenance. As far as I remember, this thing is bent. Oh no, it's not. It's straight. And here's it's an aluminum washer, and it's super squeezed now. So it's a very good idea to replace it. Yeah, we can put it in any one of them. Actually, put it in here, the first ones. Yeah. Okay, so that's loose. That's loose. And now we're gonna take off the ITBs. These are actually pretty hard to take out. So, yeah. I am gonna take out the fuel injectors first. Or not? Or yes? You know what? We're gonna take these out after. We'll take the head off with them, because this actually takes time. The last two, you need 11 mil flex. We don't have that, so we'll do that later. We're gonna take off the head with the ITBs. Only thing we're gonna have to remove is the fuel line. Which is here.
That. Here.
So let's get a new bag going. Oh, that's one more. It's gonna be the fuel system. that's in there. There we go. It's not gonna, yeah, we're gonna keep that. That's not gonna fit, so I think we're just gonna put it in here. And I wanna take out the crank sensor because the machine shop guy gets pissed off when I bring him a block that's not completely stripped. That's our cam sensor. We're gonna keep it. These do go bad, but super rare. I mean, I've never really seen one go unless they have like 400,000 kilometers. Pardon? Really? So we have a friend here with a Z4M. His actually went at 100,000 or less, 92,000 kilometers you have to replace. And this is a coolant distribution pipe, which I'm gonna take it off because it's bent, so I'm not sure we're gonna reuse it. I'm gonna put it in here, and then in the last bag. And I'm gonna take off this, another coolant distribution pipe. Pardon? This goes into the thermostat. Not sure. It's hot. It's always hot, no? Okay. And these gaskets we have to replace. They're actually super, super expensive. 3 gaskets, $85. 3 rubber gaskets, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much it. So we'll remove the head with the ITBs the way it is. Okay. No. So these are toyed, and we're gonna, the way you torque ahead, you start from the inside, you go out. You do the opposite when you remove it, so you start from here. It's not actually in foot-pounds. The factory bolts are in angles. So you tight, I think you go, I'm not sure, I think 30 foot-pounds, and then you go 90 degree twice, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Yeah, and then I think the ARP bolts, ARP studs and ARP nuts, I think they're either 100 or 75 foot-pounds. So, yeah. Oh, this is very loose. Holy. It's usually not like that. This is very loose. These are usually sweating when I'm taking these out, eh? Maybe BMW forgot to tighten these, and that's why they rolled this engine off. They replaced it for somebody. Yeah, super loose. That's not right. That's definitely. This is like, it feels like a valve cover bolt. Like I'm putting like no effort into this. I'm hoping there's no surprise inside. Yeah, we saw a mouse nest, yeah. There you go. I'll hold the bag now. You do the work.
All right.
And then we need a magnet. Where did I put that? Yep. So you do the bolts, I'll do the washers. Don't lose these. Very expensive. Very expensive. $10 each. No, you don't. The bolts, yes. You have to change the bolts because they are stretch bolts.
The one-time use.
They're one-time use, yeah.
That one?
Pardon? That's possible. I mean, we don't know what happened to this engine previously. Maybe the head's clean because it's been already removed and machined and cleaned up. That's a possibility. So I'm gonna talk about the how do you call it? The previous ones, the pre-successor or predecessors. So this engine started with the first inline six with ITBs, which was M88, which came on BMW M1 and BMW E28 M5 and E24 M6. Then they moved to BMW S36 engine, S38, which came on E34 M5. So they went from 3.5, the first ones were 3.5 liter, inline six with ITBs, M88, and the S38, B36 were 3.6 liter. And then the late E34 M5 had S38, B38, which was 3.8 liter, which is super rare, everybody wants it. And then they went back to a 3.2 liter S50 and then 3.2 liter S54. And there was also a 3 liter S50, which we didn't get in Canada. I think that's it. I'll take that. And we can remove the head. Hopefully there's no oil there and coolant. Let's see if I can get it loose. I'm not sure. Wow. Did we take all of them out? Oh no, we did. These are out. Should come off. Weird. Definitely feels like there's one more holding it, but there isn't. There's nothing here. There's nothing around. That's off. That's off. There it is. It's tight on there. That's why. There we go. Okay. Damn, that's rust.
Oh. Wow.
Put the head here. Since we already saw the top side, let's flip it upside down. Look at the bottom side.
Oof.
Man, this thing's been sitting. That's rust, yeah.
So that's not good, right?
I mean, he'll probably run. So here's the head gasket. This is actually a factory multi-layer steel gasket. Usually when these gaskets fail, because the spacing between the cylinders is so small, it's 3 millimeters, they usually break here. You start getting misfires. I've actually replaced quite a few of these. Pardon? About 200,000 kilometers. Yeah, so this one's still good. This one definitely didn't have any compression leakage. So that's garbage. Yeah. Yeah, so they're rusty, but I mean.
So this would run?
This would run, definitely. Oh yeah, this would definitely run. It just needs to get cleaned up. You could definitely clean up these pistons, put new rings on, and slap it back in. There's not really a cylinder damage other than the rust on top.
There's more in like these two.
Because the coolant, when they probably didn't drain the coolant and they flipped the engine upside down, So the coolant went into some cylinders, but not all. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So it was. These were These were open.
Shit my pants for you. Sorry.
Okay, so now we're gonna.
My bad.
It's bad, but for us it doesn't matter. We're changing the pistons. We're doing rebore. Let's whatever's left over of that. No, we're not gonna reuse that. I'm gonna reuse the chain. These are dual row chains. I've never seen one fail. Take off the harmonic balancer. Yep. Well, knowing Igor, he's gonna probably want to get an ATI dampener. So the harmonic balancer E-Torx is actually the same side as the cylinder head. And it kind of looks like the same bolts. Whoops.
Is he reused?
Yep, we're gonna reuse those. And we're gonna use this. Nothing's wrong with it. The key, the dowel is still here, so we're good to go. But I put that in there as well. Take the chain off now. You know what? If we can fit the chain in there, we gotta clean it up nicely and stuff. It's all in sawdust. Yeah, it's lifetime. Yeah. No, these chains don't stretch. No. So now we're gonna take off this tensioner. This is all getting replaced, obviously. This is important not to lose. So here. Don't lose that. Put that somewhere in one of the bags. Yeah, that something is in it. Yeah. Kind of want to take all these out as well. Some of them are bent. Yeah, probably lifted the motor by these. These are all lower timing cover hardware. And the last one. Yep. Okay. Since we're still here, I'm gonna take off the knock sensors. There's 3 of them. By the way, these also do fail. They crack. I've seen actually a few crack. Then you'd be driving, your car just stalls out for no reason. So I usually replace these. Unless it's very good and it has no cracks, then I won't. Okay, this one's cracked. Yeah. This one's not. And this one's good. So only one's cracked. Yeah, that can all go there. Let's put these all in there as well. This is for the engine mount. And then this one, I'm gonna put it in there too. Really nice hardware, actually, all zinc coated. Okay, and then now we go upside down. Actually, let's take out these as well. We'll put it in the same bag. This is all block hardware. Four more. This is engine mount arm. This one's bent. Oops, I missed. No corrosion. So yes, actually the exhaust side, the passenger side engine arm bracket bolts, they always get loose. So we've actually had to replace your engine mount on your Z4M completely. They got loose. It was loose. We didn't know, and then the engine mount broke in half. The bracket actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Now I guess there's still some oil in it. So we feel like this car used to be boosted because that looks like a turbo drain, or it got hit. We don't know for sure. Yeah. So right now I'm gonna take out the oil pan. And then these three, you need gotta go by hand. Oh, the swivel, yeah, it's here. Nope. I think Adam bought self-ratcheting wrench, 10 mil. Yep, I got it right here. I have those at home. Yeah, oh, these are loose actually. Oh, this has definitely been off. I wouldn't be surprised if the oil pump is missing. That would suck. They're not expensive. You can buy a brand new oil pump for this car for like $400. And as far as I remember, it won't come out until I take this out, but I don't really want to take it out because I want to have less parts laying around. So it came out. Oh, there's the mice nest that Igor was talking about. Some I guess mice like living inside the crankcase. Smells nice. All the oil. There's a few nuts in here, like chestnuts. I've never seen anything like this. Like I've seen some shit, but I've never seen anything like that.
Wow.
Chipmunks are mice. Damn.
Oh.
Oh, the oil pump is here. And the tensioner. And this is always bent. I've never seen this like a sump pickup thing. I've never seen it non-damaged. I don't understand why. No idea. I guess I always replace those when I do rod bearings. Maybe. This we're gonna toss.
Little acorn in there.
Okay, so let's remove the oil pump. So we could do the rod bearings on the car without removing the oil pump. It's not necessary, but we're rebuilding this, so I'm going to remove it. This is actually one of the best BMW pumps. So this is actually an upgrade for other engines. Yeah. As far as I remember, this should be reverse thread. Should be. Yes, it is. I was right. The timing cover was actually missing. the front timing cover, so they could get in.
Will we not die from the oil?
I guess they get used to it and then they get high.
Why I like living there.
Yeah. Kind of want to take that off, but yeah, we'll take it off. This is the main bearing journals, and that's tight more than the head gasket. 17 mil wrench.
Same bag or new bag?
No, that goes in the same bag. Which? These? No. These bolts, the main bearing bolts, do I reuse them? Yes, I do. I always reuse them. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. We only replace the connecting rod bearing bolts to ARP 2000s. I don't understand how you're supposed to torque these with this in the way. Oh, okay, you can remove that separately. Let's just do that. 11, that's 10. There. Nope. It's tight. This has some dowels too. This we're gonna put in here.
There's an adventure in there.
Yeah, I think this is the main nest right here. They all live that cylinder too.
There's the kid story in the picture.
Yeah. Okay, and I think these are 12. Yeah, let's start from cylinder 1. Oh, that's tight. Yeah, like BMW tight. Yeah. Extension. Actually, I'll go one by one since we don't want to damage the crank. Yep, these are BMW, and we're not gonna reuse them. But I'm gonna keep them just because I want to keep the connecting rod top and bottom together. Just tap that lightly with a rubber mallet. And can I get a rag? They're in good shape, very good shape. Yep. They're very good. Wow. That's amazing. Okay. Let's keep that here.
Mice used it more than the owner did.
And then we'll check the other one when we take it out. Oh, that's gonna be hard to take out because of the raw stuff.
Stuck.
Oh, they're moving, but I'll have to punch them through. I'm hitting the, I'm not actually damaging anything. I'm not hitting the rod bearing. Out. Check out the top bearing. These are actually usually the ones that get damaged more often. Very good. Very good. It's almost new, yeah. And let's put the cap back on so we keep this together. There's a number on the rod and there's a number on the cap. That's 324. They're matching. That's how you know how it goes back. And the bolts. And let's number that number 1. Cylinder number 2. That doesn't want to come out. Kind of want to rotate the crank, but I feel like it's not going to rotate. Oh, it does. And that's cylinder number 2. Also looks very good. No issue there. Take out that piston. Because this is a newer engine, like a 2004 plus. They say that's cryo treated, or yeah, that's the that's the nest. Yeah. Let's see that bearing. So also not too bad at all. The piston rings are all seized. So, I mean, this thing would have ran, but it'd probably take a while to start. Be like very down on power, yeah. Oh no, they're actually they get loose pretty easy. The top ring is seized. It's in there and it's seized. Put that back together. Matching number. Got that. Number 2. So let's get number 3 and 4 up. More convenient like that. All the way up. I'm actually not hitting the piston. I'm hitting the, I'll show it on this one. I am hitting where the bolt enters the connecting rod. Somebody wants to put their foot on there. The other side, yeah. Yeah. So number 3, same thing, nowhere. Got that. So this is where I'm hitting, right here, right here. Yeah. I'm gonna push it down with my fingers as much as I can. And then I'm gonna use a bit of hammer power. And let's see that bearing. Yeah. Very good. They kind of all look the same. Yeah, so matching number here, and then on the side, that's how you put it back. Stuff in there too. Usually, with my experience, cylinder number 5, rod bearing, top side, is gonna be the worst. So right now I'm doing number 4, which is probably gonna be fine.
This is 3, right?
I can't explain it. That's 3, yeah. So as we get to number 5, actually no, this one doesn't have a lot of wear either. This is number 4. Let's get this one out. Oh, that one came out very easy. Yeah, see that? So yeah, as we get to number 5, they become a little bit worse.
Why is that?
I don't know. I can't explain it. I have no idea. More stress there for some reason. Maybe oiling, maybe running more lean on there. Guys got the, yeah. This one at the same time. Okay, number 5. Let's see this. Okay, so the bottom looks okay. Hold that. And now let's see the top. Yeah, I was right. Not copper, but I mean, it's more worn than any other ones. Oh, lots. Probably another 80,000, I would say. There's nothing wrong with them. This, to be honest, most of them look like 30,000 kilometer bearings. Like, they look super good. Yeah. crank. And number 6, and it looks mint, like new. They look really good, yeah. Like Igor's Z4M, if you saw those. Yeah. There you go. So from what I've seen, the Z4M ones, for some reason, had worse wear than the M3 ones, the E46 M3. It is very interesting because they're newer. So let's see number 6. That's all right. Same as the other ones, yeah. There you go. Okay, so that's that. All the pistons and connecting rods are out. I kind of want to spin the crank. I just want to see if it's not bent. And it spins really nice. That's just the tensioner for the oil pump. So this is very nice, actually. Very nice. So let's take out the crank. The 17 mil.
These are the bolts you reuse?
Yes. You can take them out one by one as I'm. These we're gonna have to mark them before taking them out. These, so. So let's mark these. First, the direction. Arrow. Arrow goes always to the front. Yep. Yep. And then the other one. And then mark this one 3. And this one 5. Yep. Now you can take them out. And as far as I remember, the main bearings, the journals, they're in there, so they're kind of hard to take out. Yes, they are. They're very hard to take out. I wouldn't mind a bigger pry bar. I'm not sure if we have one. Pardon? Like, yeah, there's that screwdriver that's kind of the biggest screw, a flathead that's kind of broken. I think that one's gonna work. Yep, that's the one. Yep. I'm not sure if these are numbered. Number 5. Number 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, they are numbered. So we do not need to mark them. So these are the main bearings. This one's kind of scored. I mean, never replace them for the life of the car. 300,000, 400,000.
When it was turboed for a little bit.
If it was actually turbo.
Too much fun.
It's like a mouse city.
Wow, these are really in there. And this one's, they're not bad, but we are going to replace them. Pretty good. Very good.
Is that rust that's gotten in there?
No, that's
Oh,
just
it's oil.
oil. That's oil.
Is that like a burn mark?
No, it's just stain. So this one actually has sand in it somehow. Yeah. And two more. This one's perfect. There you go. And the last one. Holy, this one's bad. Really bad. Yeah, that's cylinder 6.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I guess something got in there and it scratched the crap out of it. So, yeah, good thing. The crank looks good. That's the main thing. No damage here. Still all shiny. Yep. Now we can remove the crank. And it's very freaking heavy. Holy shit. You wanna see that?
Oh.
What do you think in weight?
Oh, that's like what, 40 pounds? No,
that's
more than that.
More than that.
50?
I think that's like 60, 65.
That weighs a freaking ton.
That weighs a ton, yeah. Oh crap.
Jesus.
And can't they make these things lighter? It's really heavy.
Are we keeping that or getting a new one?
No, no, we're keeping it. That's expensive to get new.
Yeah.
Very expensive. So we're gonna get rid of the rest of the nests. These are the oil squirters for the bottom of the piston. We're gonna take this block to a machine shop. They're gonna wash it, shampoo it. They're gonna blast it, paint it, deck it, rebore it. The only thing that we gotta take out left is this. It's the oil pump tensioner. Lime green.
Yes. I like it.
Yeah. Whatever you guys want. We can actually get it powder coated. Gold? Igor
Yeah.
likes the bling.
I like gold better.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. We're gonna reuse that and that.
Okay.
So we have to take out the squirters because the machine shop, when they're gonna rebore the cylinders, they're gonna want to take these out. And I'm gonna take out the main bearings.
They're not boring it out bigger, are they?
Yep, one
Oh,
size
big?
over, bigger.
Oh wow.
It's not a lot bigger, but it's just enough to fit the next size piston that we're gonna use. Half
Oh,
a millimeter.
okay.
I think Igor knows that better.
1,000.
Oh, you mean the target? The target, we want to make like 330 wheel horsepower at least.
Huh.
So that's the main target.
Well, if you don't find a donor, I've got an 86 190E. It would fit great in.
Put that in.
Yeah.
8400, 8500 RPM.
These go to the garbage.
That's the big, that's the question.
Yeah.
8500 RPM would be the very optimistic rev limit.
What do they stock?
79.
79 recommended. I rev mine to 85 all day at the track, and it didn't break.
And the bigger pistons will make it a 3.3.
Yeah. So that's the squirter. Put these, I think maybe get a new bag. We still, holy, we got a lot of bags.
Yeah. Stepping on.
So we're coming to an end here. The next video is gonna be, we're gonna show the block being ready. I'll go to the machine shop and I'll set up some cameras there while he's doing that. That'd be cool. Yeah. You know, maybe mention his name, so maybe give us a deal. And that's it.
That's done.
We gotta pull out the dowels and then we're done. These dowels are for the oil pump, and the other side has dowels. It's for the cylinder head. Pardon? The purpose of the dowels is so that your part doesn't shift, so that the chain stays lined up.
Is being kept.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, they are. And let's see if there's any on the other side. There should be. Well, this spins much easier now. One's in the head. Should be, yeah. And let's take that out too.
They want to keep these. I'll put them with the.
You can put them all together. There you go. And that's it. We're done. Pardon? You can just go first over. That's it. Yep. Yeah, they don't even recommend it, but they don't recommend overboring these too much because there's already so little space here. Yeah, so guys who actually go, you know, big turbo, big horsepower, they sleeve them and they go down to a 3-liter to have thicker walls in between. Yeah. Actually, let's take out the oil relief valve. That's another troublemaker. Yeah, that leaks all the time.
What's its purpose?
I think it just bleeds off oil pressure, if I'm not mistaken. Constant pressure, yeah. Yeah, it's a pain and a half to get to when it's on the car because the headers are here. No, that's no good. I have a special tool for this. That's my like 2-second made special tool, but it doesn't work. That's screwed up. Yeah. That's okay. We can leave that there for now. Nope, we're not pulling the freeze plugs. Nothing wrong with them. That's not a BMW thing to do to pull freeze plugs. That's like for, I know they do that for GM LS motors, but these, they when you have too much coolant pressure, it pops instead of cracking the block. Yeah, to save the engine block. And that would be it.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for
Cool.
joining us on our first foray into recording one of these. Thank you to Igor for doing this for us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Alex, for being here. And Igor, thanks so much for masterminding all of this. All right, that's a wrap, everyone. We will have a recording that we can share with everyone, hopefully, but we'll see how much processing it needs. All right, thanks again.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.